Well, yeah, man, it seems like you've been staying at it pretty good. I mean, you've been shooting film
Trying to.
for, man, as long as I can recall.
Yeah.
Um, what's that been like lately? I mean, as it seems like it's becoming a little bit more difficult, but also there's weird pockets of like resurgence where you're seeing more film like options become available in certain
Mm-hmm.
areas. What is it like
It's
trying to
true.
actually continually shoot film like right now?
It's funny because I feel like people think it's harder than it is, right? People are always like, "Oh, I'd love to shoot film, but it's so expensive." And it's like, I don't know. If you do a little research and you find some places you can go, and so I mean, yeah, it's more expensive than shooting digital, but like it's not that much. It's not like, I don't know. It's not that expensive like in the scheme of photography where we're talking about a hobby where like every new camera is like a couple $1,000s. Like a
Easily.
lot of that stuff, like it's not that expensive in the context of the hobby in general or like the industry. But I don't know. People seem to think that it is, or seem to think that it's somehow harder to do, which I mean, I don't know. I'm coming at it from a little bit of a different perspective because I, learned how. You mind, Mister? So I learned how to process my own film, when I was in like seventh grade. And it's like if you can teach a seventh grader to do it, it's like any adult should be able to get a hang of it. So I mean, I learned how to process my own film, which again, some people see as like a really daunting sort of task, but it's like if you can keep stuff warm, and you can keep if you can like keep it, hey, stop. That's not for you. Don't touch that. Don't touch that, please. I'll go put you back in your bed and you can just cry if you want, or you can sit here with me. Hey, let go. Stop that. Um, if you can keep liquids warm, I mean, even in the case of black and white, it's not even that. It's just, you mostly process black and white film at room temperature, and you
Mm-hmm.
can just, you pour the developer in, you pour the developer out, you rinse it with water a few times, or use stop bath if you really want to get technical with it. And then you just run it through the fixer for a few minutes and you rinse everything off, and then you're done. It's not as tough as people think it is. I don't know. I feel like, and I'm not really sure where that comes from, like why people seem to think it's so tough or this big sort of daunting task, because it's really not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, I that's literally how I learned is I learned all black and white film, like from
Right.
rolling from bulk film and like actually filling your own little
Hey.
35 millimeter containers and everything like that, all the way through, developing and printing in a dark room and like actually
Mm-hmm.
using like photosensitive paper and everything like that. And the process itself is very rewarding, but it's really not that difficult once you get the basic science of it down. Like there are people that you have a pretty basic process that allows you to
Mm-hmm.
create something out of basically nothing, which is pretty
Hey.
awesome, and it's kind of magic in a way.
Right. It is. Hey.
And you talking with you the last couple weeks or
Mm-hmm.
so just
Hey.
kind of re-inspired me as well to go out, and as I was telling you the other day, I recently bought another C41 processing kit, so
Nice.
I'm
Which one
excited
did you
to.
get?
Which one?
Yeah. Did you get the
um
unicolor one with the powder?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
good.
super excited to be able to do that again. It's been such a while since I've done any developing, and I've never developed C41 before.
It's
It's always been black and white. I've never developed
right.
color
I
before.
mean, it's the same. That's the funny thing too that I hear from people who've done their own black and white, but are like scared about doing their own color. But it's like it's the same process.
Yeah,
You pour the developer in, you pour the developer out back into the bottle, you pour the Blix in, or yeah, you pour in the Blix, you do that, then you pour in the stabilizer stuff, and that's it, and you're done.
yeah,
It's in some ways it's like almost easier
yeah,
because you know how with black and white you have to constantly be like, okay, what film is this? What developer do I have? Okay, so this is Tri-X. I've got D76 1:1, 68 degrees. That's 9 minutes 45 seconds. Like, okay, like you have to know all that information. C41, the process stays the same no matter what film it is,
yeah.
whether it's some Kodak 200 from Walgreens or if it's Ektar or Portra. Like it's always the same period of time, always the same temperatures, and always the same process. So it's like really simple and easy that way.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you'd like to make sure that you don't miss any of our future videos, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell down below to turn on notifications. You can also click or tap right here in order to see more full episodes and clips. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Now get out there and shoot your shot.